M0FXB Hamtech, welcome to my videos on the Gsoc, as you can see here, Universal Controller and Data Terminal, which does work on the Xiegu G90, which works great, and I've got no complaints about the screen, but yes, it's a small screen and it's not touchscreen. The Gsoc is touchscreen, which also works on the X5105 as well. You can plug the microphone that comes with the G90 or the 5105 straight into the unit. So let's just quickly take it out of the box, and then we'll do a full setup video, and then we'll start testing all the different functions. You know, it does decode CW, I believe RTTY. You still get all your functions, SWR analyzer and built-in antenna tuner. So we'll just move this out the way for now. Now, if you look in the background, we've got my 7610, which of course is an amazing, fantastic device, but, you know, £3,000, £3,500. The Universal Controller is about £350, and some will say, by the time I've paid to purchase a G90, we're up there near the price of, say, an Icon 7300, possible, but many people will already have the 5105, that already have the G90, so then the thought of paying a £350 upgrade, I think, is definitely worthwhile. So, and you know, remember, this is a budget item. It's not going to be perfect, especially at this price. So let's just see if it, and I do, you know, I won't compare this to an Icon or a Yaesu or a Kenwood. This is a budget item, so let's see if the £350 is worthwhile. You know, and we'll learn this during our videos, and 100% we're going to find things we're not happy with. But remember, pound for pound, you know, like, get a lot of people talking about the X6 100, saying it's this, it's that, it's rubbish, it's junk, it's got too many bugs. But no, go by the price. And when it came out, it was about £500, and for a portable unit that had a built-in tuner plus all the other functions plus the decode functions, I think it was about right. And if you wanted to buy the 705, you can pay £1,300, but then you don't get the tuner. So it's going to be a simple unboxing, I would say. There's the box it came in. You can see the device. And the idea behind it is you can, once you've taken off the head unit of your G90, and I will be showing that, of course, you just tuck that away somewhere, and you're basically focusing on this front unit, which is full touch screen upgrade. Very easy to upgrade with just with literally putting in an SD card and turning the device on is how hard it is to upgrade this device. The current firmware is 1.3. The firmware that we've got on my G90 is 1.8. Let's see if that works out the box, because we might have to downgrade it once, but that's not a big problem, but we may have to. So inside the box, instruction manual, very basic instruction manual. The online one is way better, so I'm not really raving on about that. Then you get the unit, which straight away is definitely very impressive. The cables, when you take the head unit off of the Xiegu, you have a connector that looks like this. Okay, it's a serial connector, isn't it? 232, is it? At both ends, and that's how simple it is to connect. You connect that, you power the Gsoc, and they have provided a power lead here, and then you've got this 3.5 jacks that goes to I'm pretty sure it's the IQ out and in on this device, and it's that simple to power it. Now, I've seen someone else use the blue cable in the box that you get with the G90 to run this without having to take the head unit off of the G90, and I will do that, but in a separate video. But I don't think it's fully functional when you do it that way. So let's just take it out. It's a big unit, you know, it's like really big, like it's big and heavy. You know, that's why I would say this is a base station unit. This is not a well, it could be portable, but it's solid. You know, it really is. And you'll see it there side by side. So this head unit comes off, you end up with the base unit. This is all metal construction, and you can see it from an overhead view. There's all your knobs, and it's got a really nice VFO. You're going to see my reflection in it, but if we go up and compare the size of the screen, if we just zoom back a bit and go up to my 76100, you'll see that this is a big device, you know, it's not small. Let's just move it up. Look, I would say it's probably the same size screen. Maybe slightly bigger, but it's advertised as a 7-inch screen. And you've got your, you know, your knobs here. It'd be more fun to show them when it's connected, of course. But just there you are, just quickly showing you them knobs. Nice VFO, nice quality. On one side, that's where your microphone's going to plug in and your power, and there's that IF out, turning it round. USB, and you can plug in a Bluetooth keyboard into this and a mouse, you know, a wired mouse, and that's where your SD card goes for updating and maybe other things. There is some hack firmware for this, and there's your remote. So that's that cable that connects from here, like so, to the main unit, and then I'm pretty sure it's that one you use. Look at the IQ. You've got a stand there, but it's not the best angle, but there is a stand there. The better angle is just to stand it like that, really, I would say. It does sit nice. If it was on my shack, it would sit very nicely and face me. And whether it's very good angles from either side, I'm not sure, but if it's facing me direct, I'm sure it's going to be really good. So let's just see if we can power it. I'm not going to connect this to the radio yet. I just want to know if I can power it. And then we'll be able to see what firmware it's running. It's running firmware 1.3 is the latest firmware. The power cable that you are given in the box looks like this. Okay. And it's quite a tight fit, and the rest of the cable, as you can see, is like that. Now they've decided to put a plug at both ends. I'm not really sure why. So if we look at the connector just here, it's a tight fit, but it does fit. And if we plug in both of them, it's a really tight fit, both plugs. But it fits fine. Now, if we grab our Xiegu and put the same cable into our Xiegu, it fits fine. Okay, which is great. Yeah, that's great. We can use that for the Xiegu as well. But what I've noticed is, if we get the Xiegu cable that came in the box, so there's my Xiegu cable, goes in the Xiegu fine. But if we try and plug it into the unit, that one fit. That one did fit. Oh, okay, I'm happy now. It was a bit of a tight fit with some of the other ones. So that's handy that it does fit, because you do have to power it separately. But the main thing to remember is that, you know, because the cable comes with these plugs at both ends, you're going to have to decide if you just want to snip it, maybe snip it back a bit, so you can still use this plug as a spare. And it does have the this ferrite ring as well. So that's it. So from a powering point of view, I'm just going to connect one end to my power supply, 12 volts or 13.8 volts. Turn it on just to see this thing come on. It's not connected to the radio yet. So let's just turn it on, which I presume is this button here. Yeah, it is. And it boots up very similar to the X6100, which is a Linux, basically like a Raspberry Pi computer. I was hoping to see which firmware this one's running. So it actually looks a lot better in real life than the camera's showing because of all the reflection. And has it got a screen protector on? I can't really tell. Probably. I would say I can see an edge there. So we're on. Very nice sharp display. So of course pleased about that. And you know, you think about that compared to, let's turn back the Xiegu back on, the G90. As you can see. Now someone else, I saw the video, grabbed their blue lead and plugged it in. I might do it now just to be naughty, but this isn't the proper connection video of this device. But all he did was grabbed his blue lead, plugged it into the IQ, and it started showing the activity and even controlling the radio. So yeah, it's actually worked. How do we come back out? So I'll show you what he did. Watch this. So you grab your blue cable and it just plugs into here. Now remember, this isn't really the proper way of doing it, but blue cable here. Then you grab the other cable, the IQ cable, 3.5 jack at one end. So notice that the remote head is not connected via the serial cable. Then you plug the other end to the IQ there. And it just works straight away. Now watch the frequency changing on both devices. And we got it on fine at the moment. You tap here. Now I am listening at the moment on the Xiegu, on the 90. But it's just interesting that so we're not listening on this because this has a built-in speaker. But we are controlling many other functions. I mean, I don't know how to weaken that waterfall. But there's a little trick for you. Let's just see if it controls the ATU. Long wire on here at the moment. No, it's not doing the ATU. So anyway, a little trick there, but not recommended. Bye for now. Thanks for watching the unboxing so far. The key points are you need to splice the... Oh no, where's the volume? Yeah, it's not letting me do the volume. We'll connect it properly now. But the key thing is you have to splice the power cable. The cable to connect it to the Xiegu when you take the front off. You know, just goes there. Nice simple connection. You can see the IQ cable where that goes. But you will lose your head unit, which, you know, sometimes having the small unit is preferable. But it's to take the head unit off, it's literally 2 screws here on both sides, and then the head unit will just pull off very easily. So this is just the unboxing of the Gsoc by Xiegu. And just remember, at the moment that's running 1.8 firmware. Let's have a look, see if we can look up the firmware on this. So thanks for watching. What I haven't found is how you can actually look up the firmware. I know that to upload the firmware to the latest version, it is literally just go to the firmware download on the site, and I'll put the link in just for the fun. Firmware, let that download into your downloads folder, and with a blank micro SD card, drag this image, well, not drag it, burn it using Rufus. That's the software they give you. They call it SD Tool, but when you double click it, you get Rufus. Then you just select the image, select it like so from the download, or put it somewhere where you're going to find it. See if I can find it. Here it is there. It's found it, I think. No, let me just do it properly. But this is, you select the image and then you click start, and then you just put that into your